Register now for the 2026 Cardinals 5K, happening April 18th in downtown St. Louis. All participants will receive an exclusive long-sleeve t-shirt, a finisher's medallion featuring Cardinals and National Baseball Hall of Famer Joe Torre, and an unforgettable opportunity to take a victory lap around the warning track inside Busch Stadium. A virtual option is also available. Proceeds benefit Cardinals Care. Find more information and sign up today at cardinals.com/5K.
Welcome back to Cardinals baseball. The Cardinals and the Nationals. The Redbirds have a 78-53 all-time record against the Nationals. And coming into play today with the win last night, the Cardinals went over 500. They're 6-5, and the Nationals are 4-7. And let's take a look at our lineups here for the final game of this series as the Cardinals go for a series victory. Oliver Marmol, the manager of the Cardinals, has this lineup. J.J. Weatherholt has a 4-game hitting streak, and he has reached base at least once in all 10 of his starts. He's going to lead off and play second base. Ivan Herrera, for his last 8, will do the catching and bat next. Still very dangerous. Alec Burleson will be the Cardinals' first baseman. He bats third. Jordan Walker has a 4-game hitting streak and has the highest average exit velocity of any player in the National League going into play today. He'll be in right field with Nolan Gorman, the DH, hitting next. He had a nice game yesterday, a 3-hit game. Mason Wynn will play shortstop and bat next with Ramon Urias, who had a 3-hit game in Game 1, including a home run. He'll play third base and bat 7th. Thomas Saggese, big double in the 10th inning here last night. He'll be in left field, and Nathan Church is in the lineup again. He'll play center field and bat 9th. Blake Butera is the manager of the Nationals. Here's his lineup. James Wood has gotten red hot, so be careful of him. He'll be in right field, and he was the Nats Player of the Year last year. Luis Garcia Jr. will play first base and bat second, with Brady House, the third baseman, hitting third. Dalen Lyle will be in left field and hit cleanup, with C.J. Abrams off to a very good start, playing shortstop, hitting next. Nasim Nunez is the switch hitting second baseman. He hits 6th, with Jose Tena in the DH spot, batting 7th. Drew Millis from the Belleville, Illinois area will be the switch hitting catcher and bat 8th, and Jacob Young will again be in center field. He's a very good defender, and he will bat 9th. And they will have Miles Michaelis on the mound. The Cardinals go with Michael McGreevy. Today's lineups are presented by Bet365, where winning is everything. And we'll have that first pitch for you when we come back.
If you want a hand-cut, perfectly cooked filet, there's only one place to get it. The Long Branch Steakhouse in downtown Gifford. Customers rave about Donnie's fillets. So tender that you can cut it with your fork. Don't go to an ordinary steakhouse. Choose Long Branch and have it your way. Join the many people who know that it's worth the trip. The Long Branch Steakhouse in beautiful downtown Gifford. And remember, there's always room for Long Branch.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
Free tomato plants. Is there a better offer in the galaxy? For over 4 decades, we've been welcoming spring with free tomato plants from First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana. Everyone is welcome to 2 free tomato plants at the return of this great First Federal and community tradition. To get your 2 free super fantastic variety tomato plants Monday, May 4th, just come into our lobby at either First Federal location, 1311 South Neal Street, Champaign, or 301 West Springfield Avenue, Urbana. While supplies last, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. First Federal Savings Bank. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Miles Michaelis is ready for this afternoon's first pitch, sponsored by Rawlings, the official baseball of Major League Baseball. And with that pitch is the voice of the Cardinals, John Rooney.
The first pitch to J.J. Weatherholt is fouled straight back, and we're underway in Washington, D.C. 4:04 p.m. Eastern Time. 52 degrees here in Washington, D.C., 76 back home. There's a ground ball to the first baseman. That's taken next to the bag by Garcia. And he beats Weatherholt to first, and that's the way our game begins. Miles Michaelis, when he's on his game, he's going to get a few pop-ups, and he's going to get a good number of ground balls.
That's the best case Miles Michaelis, who's been a ground ball machine in his career. 8 years with the Cardinals, and 2 of those years he was an all-star. So I think we tip our cap to him for his service to the Cardinals. We know the last couple years haven't been as good, but he's getting another opportunity here in D.C.
Number 2 hitter doing the catching today, Ivan Herrera. Herrera takes a pitch for a strike. Michaelis at 0-2 with a 14.46 ERA. It's his third game and start. Losing pitcher Friday against the Dodgers. 11 earned runs over 4 1/3 innings. There's a swing and a drive into right center field. That ball gets down. It's in the gap. Quickly over to get it. The speedy Jacob Young holding Ivan Herrera to a long single, and the throw gets away in the middle infield. He would have made it had he kept going, but Young got there so fast. That's not a good. The odds aren't good on that.
You know, that's the second poor throw that we've seen from Young in this series, and he is one of the best defensive center fielders in the game, but he's made a couple of offline throws, and I think you're right. I think if Ivan would have been able to guess right there, but you don't want to guess wrong, he could have had a double.
That brings in Alec Burleson. Burleson shows bunt, gets it down on the third base line, and that's a base hit. House was playing way back. Michaelis couldn't get to the ball in time. First and second, we have 1 out for Jordan Walker.
We were around Miles a lot the last few years, and one of the sayings that he introduced in a lot of his post-game sound when he would give up hits just like that, a bunt hit, he would say
bunt hit or weak contact.
Death by 1,000 cuts, and there's a cut right there with Burleson just taking what they gave him. You give him an infield hit on a bunt towards third, nobody there, he took it.
Here's Jordan Walker now. The infield at double play depth. The wheel around, throw to second base, back safely, Ivan Herrera. That was Nasim Nunez cutting over to the bag. He's playing second base. Garcia plays deep behind the runner. Burleson at first. House at third. The shortstop is C.J. Abrams. Drew Millis puts down the target. Michaelis with the pitch. A strike called over the inside half. In the outfield, Dalen Lyle is in left. Jacob Young in center. James Wood has played right field 2 out of the 3 games, left field last night. Left out would have been all right by me for Wood.
Yeah, no doubt.
With 2 on, there's a half swing and a strike.
Wood has homered in 3 straight games. I feel like he needs a day off, don't you?
He has to be tired. That bat has to be getting heavy. Right. Walker hasn't used the batter's timeout. There it is. I was waiting as Walker has 3 home runs on the road trip. 4 home runs, 11 RBIs, batting .300. He's up with 2 on, 1 out. Walker tried to check his swing on a breaking ball, but went too far, striking out. Michaelis got him to reach. And one of the few times on the road trip we've seen Walker go for an outside breaking ball off the plate. It's up to Nolan Gorman to pick up Jordan Walker here. Gorman is 3 for 8 on the road trip, or in this series, I should say, with a run scored, run batted in. He's been on with 3 walks. He's the designated hitter, batting 5th. Herrera at second, Burleson at first. The pitch by Michaelis, outside. The Cardinals come in with a 6-5 record. The Nationals are 4-7. Michaelis, the tall right-hander from Jupiter, Florida, deals outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Michaelis has walked 4. He has struck out 9 now in pitching 10 innings. He has allowed 19 hits in 10 innings, 17 runs, 15 earned. The Cardinals are trying to get to him with 2 outs. Gorman swings and misses a let-up.
Previous fastball was at 92, and that's pretty good velocity for Michaelis, who hasn't really lost much in the last couple of years, but at one point in his career was throwing 95.
Michaelis with the sign, working from the stretch. With runners on first and second base, 2 outs. Gorman takes a pitch low, and the count favors Gorman at 3 balls and a strike. Something we've noticed about Gorman going back to the games in Jupiter, Florida, and in the Grapefruit League, he is working deeper in counts. Nolan Gorman 25 years old, from Phoenix, Arizona. Herrera singled, Burleson a bunt single. Now with 2 outs, the runners lead the pitch. Check swing, ball 4, down and in. The bases are loaded for Mason Wynn.
Looking around the ballpark here, John, it is really a crystal clear day. There's not a cloud in the sky. The sun is shining, but it's chilly. It's right around 50 degrees, as we've mentioned, and it's going to get a little colder as we move along. This is a day where you want to have your seats down the right field line, which is in the sun, as opposed to the cold shade on the third base side.
We don't have many here for the start of this game. Mason Wynn looks at a pitch high for ball 1 with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Weatherholt grounded out to first. Jordan Walker struck out. But Herrera singled, so did Burleson. Gorman took a 2-out walk. The pitch by Miles. Fastball strike inside corner. And Wynn was making Michaelis throw a strike there. Mason for the series, 1 hit, but he has been on with 3 walks. He has been hit by a pitch. He has scored a run and has a stolen base. The pitch by Michaelis. Outside, a cutter off the corner. 2 balls and a strike. Michaelis wearing uniform number 36. He went 68 and 69 with a 4.16 ERA. 204 games, 203 starts for the Cardinals. And Ricky told you, a 2-time All-Star while with the Birds on the bat. Mason Wynn hits a comebacker. Michaelis gets to it, flips to the catcher Millis. They get the out on Herrera. 1-2 at the plate on the force out. The Cardinals leave the bases loaded. They didn't score, and the Nationals are coming up.
Hey Cardinals fans, Victor Scott II here. I've teamed up with Ameren to share some key electrical safety tips to protect your home team. Start by installing GFCI outlets in kitchens and bathrooms. They're like your home's gold glove defenders, stopping electrical hazards before they happen. Next, make sure your plugs fit snugly in their outlets, and don't forget to child-proof your outlets to keep your youngest players out of harm's way. For more ways to stay safe at home, visit Ameren.com/safety.
Join us for a fantastical journey at St. Louis Union Station. Board the St. Louis Wheel, soaring 200 feet into the air all year round. The St. Louis Aquarium at Union Station lets you explore the world's great waterways and over 10,000 amazing creatures. Swing from the ropes course high over the aquarium and get lost in our mirror maze. It's all here at St. Louis Union Station, where the journey is like no other. Create your new memories at stlouisunionstation.com.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood, St. Louis. CordellCordell.com.
The Cardinals left the bases loaded, didn't score. James Wood, a late swing and a foul off the screen in front of the Cardinal dugout on the third base side. Michael McGreevy gets ahead of the left-handed batter out of Florida. Wood for the series, 4 for 7. 5 runs scored, couple of home runs. He has driven in 4. The windup, the pitch to him. Outside and low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wood has homered in his last 3 games. He has struck out 18 times. Batting .191, 11 runs scored. The pitch. A swing and a foul out of play down the left field line. You can save time every time when you use online check-in for a great haircut at Great Clips. Proud partner of the St. Louis Cardinals. Great Clips, it's going to be great. Wood, Garcia, House. McGreevy facing the Nationals for the first time in regular season action. Throws a breaking pitch low. Taken for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Wood.
Interesting lineup construction conversation to say, where do you put your best player? He was voted their best player last year, and certainly with the 31 home runs deserved that. But where should he be in the lineup?
There's a fastball taken a little bit high. Would let it go for ball 3, a 3-2 count. While striking out 18 times, he has walked 8. 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. And a lot of power at the top of the order for the Washington Nationals. The pitch, a swing, line drive, base hit past the diving Mason Wynn. Hit it just to Mason's right with Mason playing up the middle. And Wood gets on, leading off the bottom of the first for Luis Garcia Jr.
And that was smoke, too. That clearly over 100 miles an hour on that particular swing from Wood, who not only hits the ball hard, but also drives in a lot of runs. And that's why, in my mind, I'd rather not have him hit first. I'd like to have a guy like that hit in the first inning with somebody on base. 116, by the way, off the bat.
There's a pickoff throw to first and back safely, James Wood. Wood has 1 stolen base. That's in this series. The Nationals have outstolen the Cardinals on the bases 6-2 in this series. The infield at double play depth, curveball, that's a strike call to Garcia.
So here's how the discussion goes. If you put your best hitter up first, he's going to bat the most. I mean, he's going to have the most plate appearances. Makes sense. So that, okay, best player hit first. But do you want to get the lead in the first inning with a big number? That's what I want, and that's why I'd rather see him hit second or third.
Wood takes a lead. The pitch is swung on, and that is looped into left field. It's going to drop in front of Sajasi. Just hit off the end of the bat. A flare by Garcia. The Nationals have first and second with nobody out. The Cardinals had first and second with 1 out. They ended up leaving the bases loaded.
Sajasi was playing very deep right there. Didn't get a really good jump on that either. Although, boy, did he make a nice throw to get his first outfield assist in this series. Right on the money to the plate and at a big time, too. And I know he was amped up about that.
That brings in Brady House, the man that Sajasi threw out at the plate in game 1. Sajasi moves way off the line. The left field corner unguarded, and here's a little dribbler up the third base line, foul on the first pitch from McGreevy. House is 4 for 10 in the series. 2 doubles, a home run, 2 RBIs. It was his home run that put Washington ahead. So they put up 6 runs in the 8th inning, coming back to beat the Cardinals on Monday 9-6. Then the Cardinals won 7-6 in 10 innings last night. The pitch, ground ball, hit foul just back of third and down the left field line.
Not by much.
That was on the way to perhaps being a 2-run double. With Sajasi playing way over in left center field, Sajasi picks up the ball and goes back to where he was playing in left center. House to the plate with a 2-strike count. House has struck out 13 times. He's hitting .317 with 13 hits. A lead at second base for James Wood. Garcia, big lead at first. Step off by McGreevy. Now he leans against the rubber. A check on the runner, Wood at second base, and the pitch. High for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes on House. He's from Georgia, only 22 years old. 73 games with the Nats last year. He had 4 home runs, driving in 29. And he was about the only National to really hit with consistency during the exhibition games. There's a pitch for strike 3 called, and that is challenged by House.
Calls a strike, the batter's challenging.
Scott Berry, the crew chief, with the call. And it is a ball.
Pitch is a ball. Washington retains their challenges.
Both the Nats and the Cardinals lost their challenges in the middle of the game yesterday. We hadn't really seen both teams do that, so the last few innings were played without a challenge left until we got to extras.
Now the pitch on 2-2, ground ball right side. Burleson gets to it, gets the force out at second base, and that's all the Cardinals will get. Wood advances to third. First and third, 1 out. House replaces Garcia at first base.
It's a little thing, but it is a evidence of growth that's going to happen with a young player like Mason Wynn, that he didn't try to throw that ball to first base. He loves to show off his arm, but that's just being smart. I mean, there was no chance to get House at the bag. He faked like he was going to throw it there just to see if he could get Wood sneaking off the bag at third, but that's just a smart time to put the ball in your pocket.
Here's Dalen Lyle, the infield at double play depth. Pickoff throw to first. House is safe. McGreevy will use the step off. He'll use the disengagements and try to keep the runners close. And when he peeks to first base, he looks over the right shoulder. As he does now, the pitch. Lyle takes high. Dalen Lyle, 23 years old, from Louisville, Kentucky. He has 2 hits and 9 at-bats in the series, 2 runs batted in, and he has been on with a walk. Left-handed batter. Standing deep in the box, the runners lead at first and third base, no score. The pitch is swung on, fly ball, shallow center field. Right there is Church to make the catch, and Wood will not challenge Church. One hop throw to the plate would have nailed him. Good pitch there by McGreevy to get Lyle, and C.J. Abrams comes up with first and third, 2 outs.
Well, that's Victor Estevez, their third base coach, doing his homework because he knows that the Cardinals have a very good arm in center and Church. He has a plus arm for his center fielder. He has a good arm for a right fielder, in fact. And, of course, Jordan Walker is been showing off his arm in the early going. So I think the Cardinals are very well situated. And you think back, John, over the last 10 years, have the Cardinals had that good of arms in both center and right at the same time as they do right now?
Have many teams had arms like that? Not many. C.J. Abrams is up. Pickoff throw to first. Back safely. Brady House. Yvonne Herrera going through the signs by way of pitch com. Wood led off the inning with a single. He's the runner at third base. House, the runner at first. Burleson is holding. McGreevy agrees to the sign. The pitch on the way. A slider down and in. Each team with 2 hits. No score. The Cardinals left the bases loaded. Here the Nats have runners at first and third. Wynn plays up the middle for the left-handed batting C.J. Abrams. Abrams is 3 out of 8 in the series, including a home run. Move to first. Quick throw over there. Late tag applied by Burleson. House is safe again. Ramon Urias plays even with the bag off the line at third. Burleson holds at first. The middle infielders play deep. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good movement away on that pitch from McGreevy, who has shown that he knows how to make the ball move. Move it to the left, move to the right. Keep that timing off balance for hitters.
That was a good changeup for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch, high 2-1.
Hitters are 1 for 12 off of his changeup. Just 1 hit allowed, but he's gotten a lot of outs with that pitch in his first couple of starts.
Abrams batting at .308 with 12 hits, 8 runs scored. He's hit 4 home runs, driving in 14. Left-handed batter who came to Washington from San Diego. The pitch, outside. 3 balls and a strike, and a dangerous pitch in the early going here for McGreevy. The Cardinals are playing Abrams to pull the ball with Sajasi lined up with the Cardinal bullpen in left center field, way off the line. Walker backs some in right field. The pitch, a swing and a miss through the changeup for strike 2.
I would expect that there's going to be a lot of balls in play in this particular game with McGreevy and Michaelis. Yeah, I think with both of them, I just think it's going to be a action-packed game, and looking forward to this matchup.
Wood at third. House at first base will take off on the 3-2 pitch. He runs. The pitch is swung on, and it fell down the left field line. McGreevy jammed him. Does that set up Abrams for the changeup again? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Changeup for strike 2, Ricky. Michael Walker used to do that all the time with a great changeup. And I think as he moved along and he got healthy again and moved on from the Cardinals, he started using that for the out pitch. And it has been quite successful for him. House at first. There he goes. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on. Ground ball right to Mason Wynn. He throws to first. The Nationals leave 2 on. We played 1. No score.
This is Paul Regan with Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. This April, pick any day of the month. Don't miss our spring cleaning, scratch and dent, and or discontinued sale event of the century. We're talking 50, 60, 70% off the already reduced price.
Wow!
Now's the time to replace that dishwasher that's barely washing dishes. Here we have a dishwasher with a small dent on the door. Your kids are playing football in the kitchen every night while you're making dinner. is going to get dented anyway. Now you have a fully functional dishwasher and you saved $400. How about a refrigerator? Last year's model, not a single scratch. Save yourself $1,000 and put it towards a family summer vacation.
Awesome!
A new vent hood above your range. Be honest, you haven't looked at those grease filters since the late 90s. Buy a closeout hood and watch it shine from a room over for the next quarter century. It's the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World Spring Cleaning, Scratch and Dent, and or discontinued closeout appliance sale of the century. You don't have to rush. The sale is going on the whole month of April. Unless it's April 29th, you might want to hurry.
Wow!
Free tomato plants. Is there a better offer in the galaxy? For over 4 decades, we've been welcoming spring with free tomato plants from First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana. Everyone is welcome to 2 free tomato plants at the return of this great First Federal and community tradition. To get your 2 free super fantastic variety tomato plants Monday, May 4th, just come into our lobby at either First Federal location, 1311 South Neal Street, Champaign, or 301 West Springfield Avenue, Urbana. While supplies last, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. First Federal Savings Bank. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Pia's Sports Bar and Grill is your place to watch Major League Baseball games and enjoy pitchers of your favorite beer, including Coors Light, Yingling Lager, Yingling Flight, and Miller Lite, home of the Slugger Burger. Meet friends on the patio and watch your favorite sports on multiple flat-screen TVs. If your team is looking to gather after the game, that's been a Pia's tradition since 1975. Pia's, open early with Big Tito's Bloody Marys. Pia's Sports Bar and Grill, 1609 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign.
Miles Michaelis to Ramon Urias. Strike one to open up the second inning. Each team left runners on. The Nationals first and third. The Cardinals, the bases loaded. We're in the second inning, 0-0. Michaelis' next pitch. Urias hits a chopper to the second baseman. Nasim Nunez throws him out. One down for Michaelis. He's retired the leadoff man the first 2 innings. Weatherholt on a ground out to first. Here, Urias, a bouncing ball to second. Thomas Ajacey is coming up. And Joe Pfeiffer wants me to tell you this game is brought to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. Crack open the game with Budweiser. Enjoy unrivaled flavor and refreshment. Ajacey, 4 for 8 in the series. Huge hit last night in extra innings, takes strike one. 4 for 8, 2 doubles, 2 runs scored. The RBI with a walk. The pitch. Cutter outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. That was picked out of the dirt by Drew Millis. Lyle in left, Young in center, Wood in right field. Lyle's way off the left field line for Ajacey. The pitch. Outside a ball. I think Ajacey can find that left field corner against Michaelis, who's not an overpowering pitcher. But that's where the numbers tell the Nationals to set up for Ajacey with their left fielder lined up with the Cardinal bullpen. The pitch, strike called.
Well, the Nationals have undergone a big change. They've gone from a team that was a field team under Davey Lopes, and now they're really a numbers team. They're going the exact opposite direction. I mean, almost a 180-degree turn.
Here's Ajacey reaching and spoiling off a pitch from Miles Michaelis, hitting it foul off to the right.
Mike Rizzo, their GM, was also a field guy, old school, if you want to say it that way.
The son of a major league scout.
Yeah, I mean, there's room for both. We all know that. I think we've come to understand that. But I think if you go all the way in one direction, you might be missing a piece of it.
The 2-2 pitch. Ajacey fouls a fastball back. Michaelis kind of quick pitching out of his delivery.
Speaking of older players with passing, unfortunately, of a former Nats first base coach Davey Lopes today, and a terrific player in his own right with the Dodgers. And I know the Nats the Nats family is in mourning over his loss. He was a coach under Dusty Baker.
Now the pitch, a swing and a solid single up the middle. That's good hitting right there.
There is.
Before we tell you about Nathan Church, let's pause for a station ID. For our fans in Perryville, Missouri, listening in over KSGM and the rest of our great St. Louis Cardinals radio network powered by Graybar.
You're listening to St. Louis Cardinals baseball on WSJK Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, ESPN 93.5. Brought to you by Max Twin City Recycling. Visit them at maxrecycling.com.
Live with Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. Ron Schulte is our producer-engineer as Miles Michaelis deals a cutter to Nathan Church over the outside half of the plate, strike one. Church broke an 0 for 22 with a home run last night. The home run tied the game at 5. Move to first base and just back safely. Sajasi, the ball pops out of Garcia's mitt, rolling over towards Stubby Clapp in foul territory.
I think Miles threw him a sailor there. Sometimes you get on the side of the ball, and I think the ball just sailed on him. And for Garcia just to be able to get to that ball to knock it down, I think he saved an error there.
Good lead again for Sajasi, who has been caught stealing in this series. The pitch. Ground ball, right side, right field, a base hit. Sajasi will stop at second as Wood comes up throwing. And the Cardinals have 2 on with 1 out, just like they did in the first inning. First and second, 1 away. We get to the top of the order, J.J. Weatherholt. For Nathan Church, that's 2 hits and 3 at-bats in the series. And I told you he broke an 0 for 22 with his home run. But Ollie Marmol was quick to point out that going first to third in the Sunday night game in Detroit was just as big as any key hit in the game. It was certainly a key component to the Cardinals winning over Detroit. The pitch, a curveball and a strike called.
And that
J.J. Weatherholt.
It reminds me what we said about Church. Even though he did not hit well last year when he was recalled from AAA, he did a lot of little things. We'd say, well, he contributed. He did that. He did this. He did that in terms of base running, bunting.
Here's a check swing, and it's a strike on the appeal. Derek Thomas at third base says that Weatherholt went too far. 0-2. Michael has got Weatherholt to reach and ground out to Garcia at first base to open the game. Weatherholt's looking for a 6th RBI. Homer, 5 RBIs, 11 hits. The pitch to him, change up low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Michaelis is at 31 pitches through 1 out in the second inning. Stands to the first base side of the rubber. A career record of 72 and 77 with a 4.32 ERA. Here's a curve picked out of the dirt by Millis, who throws a new ball to the mound. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count on Weatherholt, who has hit safely his last 4 games with 4 hits in the last 15 at-bats. A 1-out single for Sajasi. He leads away from second with Abrams trying to shorten that lead, playing behind him. The pitch is taken for strike 3. And just standing there in the batter's box, Weatherholt thought about challenging that and just let it go. He walks across the plate toward the third base dugout as Michaelis rings up his second strikeout. Here's Ivan Herrera. Herrera broke an 0 for 8 with a base hit, and he was